Welcome to day 7. No new concept today. You've spent 6 days building a foundation, and today is about stepping back and looking at what you've actually built. Over the past week, you've learned to separate what you control from what you don't. You've practiced preparing for the day before it starts. You've been reviewing your days every evening. You've given your full attention to a single thing and noticed how that changed the experience. You've looked at where the need for approval runs your decisions. And you've used the 4 virtues as a way to cut through indecision. That's a lot of ground to cover in 6 days, and you deserve a moment to take stock of it. Stoicism is not a technique you pick up and suddenly everything changes. The Stoics themselves understood it as a character you build gradually, through daily repetition and honest self-examination. And the first week is really about beginning to see your own patterns. Where your attention goes when you're not directing it. What pulls you off course. What you reach for when you feel uncomfortable. And what happens when you deliberately choose a different response to the one that comes automatically. Some of this week may have been easy for you, and some of it may have been uncomfortable. You may have done every exercise, or you may have skipped a few. Neither of those things matters nearly as much as the fact that you showed up for 7 days and engaged with ideas that most people spend their entire lives either ignoring or hearing once and forgetting. So what I want you to do today is go back to the very first exercise, the one from day 1, where you wrote down 3 things that were causing you stress or anxiety. Pull up whatever you wrote, whether it's in a notebook or on your phone, and read it again. Sit with it for a moment and ask yourself, has anything changed? Not necessarily in the circumstances. Those might be exactly the same as they were a week ago. But in how you see them. Has the line between what you can control and what you can't become any clearer? Do you think about those things any differently than you did 7 days ago? And notice the emphasis there. Not what you feel about them, but what you think. The Stoics drew a sharp line between those 2 things, because feelings respond to thoughts, and when the thinking changes, the feelings eventually follow. Not instantly and not all at once, but reliably over time. If you've been doing the evening review from day 3, and I hope you have, go back and look at your entries. What patterns do you notice? What keeps coming up? What surprised you? There's real information in those entries if you take the time to look at them as a whole rather than one at a time. Rest today. Let the week settle. Week 2 starts tomorrow, and it takes everything you've built and brings it into the specific situations where it actually gets difficult. Anger, difficult people, loss, ambition, distraction, mortality, and the question of what you do with all of this once the program ends. Before you sleep, read this. It's from Epictetus. Progress is not achieved by luck or accident, but by working on yourself daily. Do your evening review, and we'll start week 2 tomorrow.